You're watching ABC10 Plus Tonight.
Hello everyone, I'm Chris Thomas. You're watching ABC10 Plus Tonight. New analysis is finding that Sacramento is now reporting the largest decrease in unhoused people. Well, these trends may be because of how the issue is being calculated. This as the county and city continue to look for ways to help the unhoused. Then, as the A's prepare for their first games in the city, local leaders are optimistic that the spotlight of Major League Baseball will have a lasting impact. ABC10 Plus Tonight starts now.
And we start tonight with homelessness in Sacramento. New analysis from the nonpartisan Public Policy Institute of California is finding that Sacramento is now reporting the largest decrease in unhoused people, though these trends may be due to how the issue is being calculated. The county and city continue to look for ways to help the unhoused. Tonight, Sacramento city leaders are expected to pass new plans to keep a resource, the Gathering Inn, just north of downtown. ABC 10's Jeannie Nguyen shares with us their plans for the future.
That location serves 163 people experiencing homelessness in the River District in particular, but also Sacramento as a whole.
For the last 20 years, the Gathering Inn has been helping people experiencing homelessness in Placer County. At the end of 2024, the organization signed a contract with the city of Sacramento to take over the North 5th Street Navigation Center to offer services in Sacramento County for 5 months.
65 people have been able to get off of the streets and get into some form of housing out of the emergency shelter and out into the community, which has actually been really great.
But the Gathering Inn's contract with the city is set to expire soon. Sacramento's city council is set to discuss extending the contract an additional 7 months during Tuesday's city council meeting.
We felt confident that we could provide services that would generate a large return on investment for the community in Sacramento at this site.
The Gathering Inn has been operating out of this location here since last November, and they intend to do so for long term. City Council member Phil Pluckybaum says the extension will give the Gathering Inn a full-year contract, which is something the city initially wanted to pursue.
As long as there are people that need these services, we're going to continue to find sources of funds like HAP to provide that help.
The city will be spending a total of $3.4 million on this contract, with the money coming from the Homeless Housing Assistance and Prevention Grant Program, federal dollars. With the uncertainty around federal money right now, Councilmember Pluckybaum says it will be a priority to fund programs like this.
We are very concerned, and we'll be working aggressively to try and advocate both for those federal funds and backfill them where not possible.
In Sacramento, Jeannie Nguyen, ABC 10.
The Gathering Inn is working in collaboration with Sacramento County, and they are offering resources like nursing school and mental health resources by referral only, usually through the 211 system. And take a look at this. Sacramento County released new numbers tonight about the city-county partnership to help the unhoused. This is from July 1st to December 31st. They say staff provided more than 25,000 services to 810 new people. And in the second half of the year, they enrolled more than 1,100 households. If you do want to read the report, we do have a link on our website at abc10.com/to-the-point.
Well, new tonight, listen to this. The Cosumnes River Preserve is warning people about a wolf-dog hybrid. They're tracking the animal in Galt.
It was caught on camera. One visitor shares with us a video he took Sunday. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias has the details and people's reactions tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to walk over that way today.
Oh, wow, it's huge.
Yeah, it's really big.
Visitors at Cosumnes River Preserve were surprised to see this video shared with ABC 10 of an animal the park believes is a wolf-dog hybrid.
I ain't seen him here before, I tell you that.
The Nature Preserve says its staff has tracked it over the past few weeks. Although it was previously staying in areas closed to the public, it made its way to lands next to their trail system over the weekend. It's an area where many go to enjoy nature.
We like to keep our eyes out for anything that might be an issue when we go out walking and stuff. We don't come here too often. We've only just moved to the area, but we like just being here so far, except for now we know that there might be something dangerous out here.
Yeah, gotta keep our eyes open.
The preserve says staff are working with several agencies to remove the animal. But until they're able to do that, they're asking people to increase their awareness of their surroundings.
It's a little bit concerning, but it is wildlife area, so you should always have your eyes out and ears and just listen and keep your distance. and you'll be all right.
Clay Williams says he tries to stay more vigilant when he brings his young daughter with him.
I've seen a couple coyotes out here, but like I said, I kept my distance, and they'll just run off, and you can keep walking.
For others, the chance of seeing the wolf hybrid is intriguing. Visitors also questioning if the animal is in fact a wolf-dog mix or just a dog someone may have dropped off.
If it is a lost dog, I hope they find it, because it did look more like a dog than a wolf to me. Not that I am in any way an expert on that. Or if it is a dog, I hope they also find us. People feel safer if they were concerned about it coming out here because it's beautiful. It's a bunch of nature, you know.
In Galt, Roxanne Elias, ABC 10.
The preserve says it hasn't seen any aggressive behavior, and they say the animal does run away when people see it. But if you see it, they warn you, do not approach it, don't get close, and report the sighting. Drivers heading west on Highway 50, beware of a new lane split in place that could cause a long detour.
ABC 10's Luke Clary is live in West Sacramento. And Luke, I know you've had a chance to talk to drivers today. What are they saying?
Yes, I did, Chris. There's some frustration here. I'm standing on Harbor Boulevard's overpass, and from here we've got a pretty good viewpoint of westbound I-80, the vehicles heading in our direction. And if you look over that lane split, the far vehicles, the two vehicles traveling in that lane, cannot exit on Harbor Boulevard on eastbound I-80 or Industrial Avenue. Drivers wishing to do so have to go all the way to Davis and then loop around. We talked to several drivers who did just that this afternoon, so if you're heading this way, you'll want to watch this closely. Spanning more than 3 miles, the Yellow Causeway connects Sacramento to Davis. If you aren't careful, you could end up like these drivers who had to cross it twice today. So you missed your exit?
I did, yeah, and I figured out too late.
I had to drive extra miles and I had to move my appointments back.
Early this week, workers put in this new lane split just past Jefferson Boulevard in West Sacramento as part of the $280 million I-80 pavement rehabilitation project. The purpose of the project, Caltrans says, to restore the existing pavement, which is past its service life. For now, only by taking the single right-hand lane can you exit on Harbor Boulevard in West Sacramento. Take the 2 left lanes at the split, and you'll have to drive all the way over the causeway to Childs Road to turn around. Lots of vehicles making that loop today. What were you thinking during that drive as you're waiting to turn around?
My work, yeah, thinking about work and things that I need to do so I don't have to, wasting this time was terrible.
You should know that at 9 p.m. Friday, the Childs off-ramp will be closed too, meaning drivers who miss the exit in West Sacramento will have to travel even further to Mace Boulevard in Davis to turn around. Do you think you'll make this same mistake again?
Oh no, most definitely not. I won't be making the same mistake again because now I know the route and I know what to do.
The project is set for completion next May. There's no telling when lanes will return to normal or how many more drivers will be making a surprise trip to Davis. A project manager at Caltrans told me that they intend to get some better signage up ahead of the lane split in the overnight hours or early tomorrow morning. As for when the lane will return to normal, they don't have an estimate on that. Reporting in West Sacramento, Luke Clary, ABC 10.
Yeah, sounds like a mess you don't want to get caught up in. Check traffic before you go and give yourself plenty of extra time. Luke Clary, thank you. Let's talk weather now. While traffic may be slowing down some folks, let's at least, we don't have to drive in the rain, right? Yeah, Luke, thank you.
Well, we are just days away from the A's home opener, and it's not just the players and fans buzzing about Major League Baseball coming to West Sacramento.
Yeah, businesses are super excited too. The Bridge District is coming to life with new opportunities. Local businesses are getting ready for the surge of energy and foot traffic the team can bring.
Yeah, ABC 10's Garshpal Sangha takes us inside the growing West Sacramento hotspot where baseball, luxury living, and new entertainment options are all coming together.
Baseball fever is taking over West Sacramento like never before.
The A's put West Sacramento on the map.
Every home game is another chance to showcase the excitement and the thriving businesses in the Bridge District.
We're trying to set that bar higher in Sacramento.
Once they announced, we felt the heat.
The A's are not the only thing turning heads around here.
As you come around the corner, you're presented with your first golf bag, 200-inch screen. You're playing Augusta in West Sacramento.
Nicholas Wooten and his wife Katie are building something fresh in the Bridge District, Birdie's Social Club, bringing a unique garden party vibe with big screens and even bigger opportunities.
When the A's made their announcement, I said, okay, the competition's going to start heating up. We should secure this spot.
The spot, located on the first floor of 805 Riverfront near Sutter Health Park, is not the only project creating growth. A few blocks away, the Pierside project is adding 260 luxury units. And a building nearby is bringing office space, retail, a fitness center, and a resort-like pool.
West Sacramento's coming alive.
This development is planned long before the A's announcement.
You point out to your family members, your friends, your colleagues and say, hey, I helped build that. There's no better feeling.
It's not just the construction crews who are feeling the energy here.
People get a lot of eyeballs on the Bridge District.
Randy Cause, president of Fulcrum Property, the company that owns Pierside Projects, are leaving their mark throughout the Bridge District with several apartments to Franquette's and the Barn.
The excitement of baseball coming here, people can basically walk from their apartment to the game or to a restaurant or bar.
As the A's begin play, Fulcrum is also set to break ground this summer on River One, a massive development just northeast of the ballpark featuring 2 7-story hotels, condos, and a 5-story apartment building.
The A's are going to be 3 years or so it is temporary, but it's a good audition for a potential future expansion team.
The city prides itself in being able to work collaboratively.
Mayor Martha Guerrero says the city is offering grants to small businesses to help them prepare for the increased foot traffic.
It's the jewel of our city. We have a lot more people throughout the region, and we're looking forward to showing them what we have accomplished, not only in the hospitality industry with the hotels.
Key players in the Bridge District are confident the spotlight Major League Baseball shines here will leave a lasting impact for the area's growth.
This brings a lot of eyes on the Bridge District, which brings a heightened level of living.
Local celebrity chef Eric Silva leading the charge.
At Birdie's, it is full speed ahead, capturing the energy created by the A's and the Bridge District.
Look around, you're seeing a lot of cranes, and that's a good thing.
In West Sacramento, Garj Paul Sunga, ABC 10.
Loving those drone shots, Garj Paul, thank you. The city's also designing a southern extension of the Riverfront Trail. If you want to learn more about the projects happening in the Bridge District, head over to our website, abc10.com.
And on the ABC10 TV streaming app, we're getting you ready for the A's arrival in West Sacramento. We have a special show about what you need to know for the season that kicks off on Monday. We have tips on where to park, how to get affordable tickets, and much more. Just look for the special on the home screen. The ABC10 Plus TV streaming app is free to download to your TV. So let's bring in Monica now and talk about how the weather is looking for that home opener, huh?
Oh, what can we expect? I mean, it's spring, anything goes.
It certainly does. I mean, we have been really trying to pinpoint when we're going to see this weather shift to a cooler and showery pattern. And it does appear that we're still going to be in that unsettled weather pattern into next week. It's just the chance of rain continues to back off for that Monday forecast, which is great news. Wouldn't it be nice to have a dry first pitch out there for the A's home opener? 66 degrees as we head into our Monday forecast next week. But again, the overall picture is leaning likely wetter throughout the state for the start of April. Also likely cooler through extreme Northern California. Southern California is looking likely warmer to start off the month of April. Now, because of this unsettled weather, the Department of Water Resources saying this Friday they're going to do that 4th snow survey of the year, kind of get it in before everything starts to open up with more rain and snow. However, Friday actually looks like a snowy day, so it's very likely they're going to be doing it in some snow. They love that, though. They want that water, right? Speaking of water, State Water Project increasing the allocations into the dry summer months up to 40%. That's up from 35% last month, and it's because of those cold, wet storms that we had in March above average reservoir levels, the increase in snowpack, that final allocation number coming out sometime in May or June. Highs for today, it was a record setter for downtown Sacramento with an 87-degree high. For Sacramento Executive that you see right here, 83 degrees, 86 for Stockton and Modesto, near 80 for the foothills, near 70 for the Sierra. So we are at that time of year where we're seeing a mix between snow melt and snowfall. right now in the Big Mountain backyard. It's ample sunshine. We're in the 80s for Sacramento, Stockton, Modesto, and Marysville. Tahoe right now at 64. Looking at tomorrow's forecast, we take a big dip. Our temperatures will only top out near 70 for the downtown region. Now, the northern San Joaquin Valley is going to hold on to a little tinge of that heat, but that high pressure ridge is making its way eastward, and it will give access to more weather systems to come in. Tomorrow, a bit breezy, but it's really Thursday that we start to see a much more prominent wind come in, especially throughout the Sierra, with wind gusts up to about 45 miles per hour just north of the Tahoe Basin. Those wind gusts up to about 50 to 65 miles per hour. So a high wind watch in effect for Thursday just north of Tahoe. Here's a look at the model rainfall. About 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch down low, closer to about an inch for parts of the foothills. And for the Sierra, we're talking upwards of 5 to almost 10 inches of snow by the time we get to Friday. Again, these are the weaker systems that we're going to be tracking. We'll see some scattered showers on Thursday, more rain coming in on Friday, snow for the Sierra. We're dry on Saturday, but again, this is the opening door for more unsettled weather. Highs for tomorrow near 60 for the Sierra, 60s and still holding on to those low 70s for parts of the foothills, 60s and 70s across the coast, and we have those near 70-degree temperatures in store for tomorrow. But that's about it. We get the cooler weather coming in, and it is transition time here into the 60s as we head into next week. Of course, the A's home opener, but cooler and unsettled weather here to stay.
So Mother Nature was just teasing us these past 2 days.
That is a good way to put it.
You don't have to deal with this heat for much longer, is what you're saying.
Hours.
Okay.
That's it.
Right. Monica, thank you.
Welcome back in. It's a new era for the California GOP. The state's Republican Party held their spring convention earlier this month in downtown Sacramento. Tonight, we're taking you inside, hearing from the party's new leadership and the voters who are calling for a new direction in California.
Hey guys, we are at the California GOP convention.
All I care about is the country being back to great again.
Is he going to be able to get 700,000 signatures? Thank you very much. But this will help to do it.
We don't need puppets in our party. We need God-first candidates.
The California Spring GOP Convention.
We usually sell these for $6,000.
One for $3,000?
Yeah, Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, so we have a matching necklace.
We've been pro-Trump since the day he came down the escalator. I mean, I just love Trump.
For 3 days, Republicans from across the state gathered for the first time since President Donald Trump took office.
It's a time for us to seize the moment and actually change California.
Let's go. Here we go, spinning the wheel. Causing businesses and people to leave California. Yes, Newsom, you have been responsible for that. You are a dum-dum.
I'm getting more and more involved in politics in my hometown and just wanted to see what this was all about.
The convention filled with delegates, some sporting bright gold jackets with the golden era across their backs. A bold statement in a sea of red, white, and blue.
We wanted to come and really look at reforming the California Republican Party, and we think it's time to take California back for the people and just have common sense politics.
Because I'm a California native. I grew up here. I love this place, but I cringe at what I have to see and do.
It was so fun.
From celebrations.
Today, we're having a celebration, a victory celebration for President Trump, and we also decided to honor Elon. We love you, and we are grateful for everything that you're doing.
2 panels.
Come on in, get a good seat.
And protests. It's also a time where California Republicans handle the party's business.
All right, clerk, you can close the roll.
Perhaps the biggest order of business is voting in a new chairperson. Before the vote, ABC10 sat down with outgoing chairwoman Jessica Milan Patterson to discuss the party's impact on Republican voters. So you're the first Latina and also the first millennial to serve as chair. You also have served 3 terms. What have you really taken away from this role? And also, what do you think you've accomplished during this time?
Well, certainly taking away from this experience, I have grown so much. This was never in my life plan. I was a very behind the scenes person. And when then Leader McCarthy asked me to run, it was a big step for me to be out there in the foreground. And so I've learned a lot. I've worked really, really hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. So I feel that I have grown a lot over the last 6 years. On the accomplishments front, I think that we have seen a lot of accomplishments. From February 2019 to today, we've registered over 1 million new Republicans. There's more Republicans in California today than there were when Governor Schwarzenegger was in office. We worked incredibly hard on statewide initiatives, and in 2024, California voters were with the California Republican Party's position 89% of the time. So very excited about the wins that we had in Congress, very excited about picking up seats in both the Assembly and Senate this last cycle, the first time that's been done since 1980, the year I was born. And of course, very excited that we got so many great initiatives passed and killed at the last election in November.
What do you think the 2024 elections really said about the future of the party and also where California voters are looking to go in the future?
I think California voters have been awakened to what California Democrat one-party rule has done here. It is not the same state that you and I grew up in. When we have to put an initiative on the ballot to make crime illegal again, that says a lot about what Democrats have championed.
Former Chairwoman Patterson is referring to Prop 36, passed by voters by 70% in November. It reclassified some drug and theft crimes as felonies. Patterson also mentioned $24 billion in homelessness funding that a state audit found was not consistently tracked. And she says our schools are failing our children. Federal data shows in 2024, students performed significantly below pre-pandemic scores in math and reading. It's a trend being seen across the country.
There's a lot of problems that are happening in California, and there's only one party that's been in charge. So I think what we've seen over this last couple of years is California voters waking up to that and saying, we're not going to take it anymore.
I also want to talk to you about something that you posted on X recently. So you said in less than a week, Gavin Newsom has released 3 podcast episodes while California leads the nation in gas prices, homelessness, and poverty, and sits near the top for the highest unemployment rate and cost of living. Great use of time, Governor. Why decide to post this?
Because I think that he is absolutely unfocused on the job he was elected to do. When you are sending a letter to the legislature saying you need $3.5 billion to cover your Medicaid costs, and you're dropping 3 podcasts within inside of a week, you need to get back to work.
On the 3rd day of the convention, delegates voted in a new chairperson.
Congratulations to your new chairwoman, Corinne Rankin.
Thank you. Corinne Rankin, the former vice chair of the California Republican Party, now moving to chairwoman. Tell me a little bit about what you want to accomplish in this role.
The most important thing to me is electing Republicans to our state legislative bodies. That's one of the things that is so near and dear to my heart. It's what drives me every day. I do believe that we need more Republicans in the Capitol. We need to bring balance. We need to have more conversations about what is helpful. I'm really disappointed to see that a lot of our freshmen have been kicked off their committees.
Chairwoman Rankin is referring to recent committee changes at the state capitol. Speaker Robert Rivas removed some outspoken Republicans from their roles without specific reasons why, telling ABC10, quote, "The speaker routinely addresses committee needs throughout the year, and his goal is always to ensure members are in optimal roles to collaborate effectively and deliver for Californians."
I think that they need to have their positions restored.
What would you say are the party's top 3 priorities over the next year?
For the party, I would say it's fundraising is always important to any political campaign, political party. That's one of my top priorities. Candidate recruitment, candidate training, get out the vote, and we're going to have a voter ID initiative that we're looking towards. That we're finding that many Californians are agreeing with us on. So we're going to move forward with those things to start.
In March, the group Reform California announced a coalition to get a voter ID initiative on ballots in 2026, calling for verification of voter ID for any ballot counted and verification of citizenship for anyone registering to vote. And I do want to talk about the LA wildfires. We know that many lawmakers, even the Speaker of the House, has said that they want conditional aid for those impacted by the wildfires. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that the people who need aid, there should be a process. But I also think, I do agree with President Trump when he came to LA and he said, hey, people want to, get back to their property. They want to clean it up. They want to rebuild. And we should, allow for that and make sure that people are self-empowered to, care for their property and do the things with their property that they want.
Are you concerned about people not getting aid?
Not at this time.
With a state that leans heavily Democratic, how does the party plan to attract non-Republican voters?
I believe it's just by one, going on the offense, two, presenting our message in a way that's digestible for the communities. Just being sincere, being authentic, being who we are, letting people know that we care. And we are struggling with some of the same things that you're struggling with. You know, high cost of living affects everybody. And Republicans are constantly offering legislation and solutions, and we're going unheard. And when our solutions are going unheard, the public's going unheard. So it's really time for us to start aggressively getting our message out.
Now, we asked Chairwoman Rankin if the California GOP has its eyes on any candidates for governor in 2026, and no names were given. But I did sit down with 4 Republicans who have launched their campaigns for governor so far, and we'll be speaking to Democratic candidates later this year. You can stream our special on the ABC10 Plus streaming app. All you have to do is look for California GOP, A New Era on the home screen.
Thanks for watching ABC10 Plus tonight. We are here 24/7 on the free ABC10 Plus TV streaming app. You can get your local news and weather anytime, anywhere. I'm Chris Thomas. We'll see you next time.
The ABC10 Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
We're planning for those changes. Stay fire ready.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
It very much is an active investigation.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. ABC10 Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Thanks for watching ABC10 Plus. And now that you're here, why don't we take a look around and see what else is here? The very first tile on your left is always going to be streaming 24/7. You can find us adjacent to that, breaking news if it's there. And then right next to that, a replay of the most recent newscast. Whether it's ABC10 Morning News at 5, 6, or beyond, it's going to be there. The forecast beyond that, and then right beyond that, the news that matters the most. Now that you know the basic tiles, let's go up to the top and take a deeper dive into news. We have every single newscast that you would need, including To the Point with Alex Bell, taking a deeper dive into the issues. Beyond that, ABC10 Morning News at 5 and 6 and 11, the evening shows as well. Below that, you can watch the top stories from To the Point. Under that, Dollars and Cents, where you can learn how to navigate this challenging economy. And below that, you can watch our award-winning ABC10 Special Investigations, where we hold the powerful accountable. Going into weather, look, it's the 10-day forecast, getting you ready for the weekend and beyond. Beyond that, sports. I know you care about the Sacramento Kings. We have the most comprehensive guide to anything, everything Kings in the locker room and on the court. We have it. Below that, I know you care about the San Francisco 49ers. We can't mention Bay Sports without talking about the Oakland A's. We have that too. Backing out again, come up to the top and join me on Verify. I'm super excited about this. Our experts are checking the facts, verifying the truth for you. Jump up now to shows. Very excited about this. Oh, look. It's Take a Look. This is my show. I love movies, and if you love movies or streaming shows, whether it's on screens this big, or this big, it's Take a Look. Recently went behind the scenes, sat down with Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix to talk about Joker 2. I love the movie, and oh, I just heard you shout you hate the movie. Jump in, we talk about it on this show. Other shows, Bartell's Backroads, go up and down the state of California, tank of gas getaways, one fuel cell getaway, like places like the Toy Museum. This is what kids did before they had screens. Over here, the Moaning Caverns of Calaveras County, one of the most coveted caves in all of California. You know, watching this show, I discovered there's a cave that could fit the entire Statue of Liberty in your own backyard. You'll find about that and more with Bartell's Backroads. Down below that, To the Point. It is one of my favorite newscasts because they talk about news with Alex Bell the way you talk about news. It's conversational, but in-depth at the same time. Below that, Your California Life. Love this show. Whether it's entertainment, food, beverage, lifestyle, it's there. Desiree Shepherd hosts and does an amazing job. So there you have it. It's ABC10 Plus, the app. What do you need? We heard you and we got it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for streaming.